Elizabeth Short, often remembered by her haunting nickname, the Black Dahlia, was found brutally murdered in Los Angeles on January 15, 1947. Her death became one of the most infamous unsolved crimes in American history. Despite decades of speculation, the exact truth of how she died remains uncertain, but forensic evidence and investigative reports revealed chilling details about her final moments. The discovery. On a cold January morning, a woman walking with her child in Los Angeles's Limert Park spotted what she thought was a discarded mannequin. In reality, it was the bisected body of 22-year-old Elizabeth Short. Her body had been cut cleanly in half at the waist, completely drained of blood, and meticulously posed. Arms stretched above her head, her mouth slashed into a gruesome Glasgow smile. Investigators quickly realized they were dealing with a highly skilled killer, possibly someone with medical or surgical training given the precision of the cuts. There were no signs of struggle at the scene, suggesting Short had been murdered elsewhere, and her body carefully transported to that vacant lot. The forensic evidence. Autopsy results revealed that Elizabeth Short died from a combination of shock and blood loss resulting from lacerations to her face and blows to her head. There were signs of torture prior to death, cuts and bruises suggesting she had been bound and possibly beaten over an extended period. She had no drugs or alcohol in her system, meaning she was fully conscious during much of the ordeal. The absence of blood at the dump site confirmed that the mutilation occurred before she was moved, likely in a private location, with access to running water for cleaning up. Theories and suspects. Hundreds of suspects were questioned, including doctors, actors, and servicemen. One of the most discussed suspects was Dr. George Hodel, a Los Angeles physician whose son later accused him of the murder. Hodel's medical knowledge, proximity to the crime scene, and disturbing personal history made him a compelling suspect, though he was never charged. Other theories point to a failed romantic encounter, a jealous lover, or even a connection to organized crime. Despite numerous confessions, many of them false, the LAPD never identified a definitive killer.
The likely truth. While the case remains unsolved, most forensic experts agree that Elizabeth Short was murdered in a controlled environment by someone who knew what they were doing. She likely endured several hours of torture before dying from blunt force trauma and exsanguination. Her killer then dismembered and displayed her body in a calculated effort to shock the public and challenge the police. A last